Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of James Bond Bitcoin Live 00168 hashtag confused. Are you confused? Are you confused about the price of Bitcoin and what's going on with Bitcoin? I don't know. Let's find out. So, anyways, let's go over the note section here. What have we got going on right now? Hold on, let me make sure I'm still live streaming. Yep, okay. So what is going on today? Well, let's see what I have. Let's go in the notes section real quick. I don't really have any news, just here to live stream and just go ahead and talk, express myself, all that good stuff. I do have Bond Trading View. I'll be going over the Bond Trading View list of top 58 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high flagged for shorts. So any of these coins that I'm going to mention on the Bond Trading View, you're supposed to dump them and get more Bitcoin. That's how it works. All right. Nothing in the news I want to talk about right now, but don't worry. I'm going to go over the news aggregators. Coinspectator, real-time cryptocurrency news aggregator, and also CryptoPanic is a news aggregator platform indicating impact on price and market for traders and cryptocurrency enthusiasts. If you're not a trader, you're an enthusiast. So you have an interest in this. Don't worry. So I'll go over those. Let me continue on the note section here. I have the "It's time to stop. It's time to stop" meme. It is time to stop with these ridiculous, useless hard forks that don't do any good, confuse people. Well, some people have actually lost their Bitcoin from these hard forks. So stop. Concentrate on what's here right now. And Bitcoin is here right now. Focus on that. And next in the note sections, I have useful, very useful websites. You might want to check them out. SegWit Charts, CoinCodex, LivecoinWatch, CoinGecko, Bitinfocharts, Johoe Mempool statistics. I'll go over the mempool of Bitcoin. I'll go over the fees of Bitcoin, and I'll do a chart analysis at the end of the live stream. So maybe they'll give you some indication of maybe where the price is going, so you won't be confused anymore. Or maybe you're already more confused, and I'm just confusing you even more. Are you confused yet? I know I am. Salome.io, Transaction Accelerator, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash Hashrate, historical chart 6 months. And then collecting your free Bitcoin gold coins with Coinami. Hopefully you're able to collect your Bitcoin gold as well as your Bitcoin Cash. And I haven't checked Coinami in a while. I don't think they have anything else they added, because I think all the other forks are basically scams. And I made a video, how to split Bitcoin Gold 01. Just in case you want to watch a video and you still haven't figured out how to split your Bitcoin Gold. Using Coinami, of course, Coinami wallet. If you don't have an Android, you can use the mnemonic code converter. It comes from Coinami. Just import your private key, select Bitcoin Gold or Bitcoin Cash, and voila. I think you're going to be able to extract your Bitcoin Gold or Cash from the mnemonic code converter. So if it's possible, it may not be. You may have to actually sweep your private keys and then have a link to Bitcoin Gold. But watch out. If you go there, you might get your Bitcoin stolen. All right, next in the note section is my favorite. Man, I really miss BitConnect. I miss those Craig Grant videos. I miss Trayvon James talking about how rich he is when he's really living in the ghettos and everything. And Crypto Nick, man, Where did Crypto Nick go? I think he deleted all his videos. I miss that guy. I miss a high school kid who made millions off of scamming everyone. Where can you make this stuff up? You can't. But in crypto land, anything's possible. I don't know who Ryan Hindreth is, but screw him as well. All right, there's a class action complaint, BitConnect. If you want to look at that, basically naming those people as promoters. If you want to join in the class action lawsuit and you were scammed by BitConnect and any of these promoters, go ahead and join in. Everybody gets a turn. BitConnect hit with second lawsuit over Ponzi allegations, and there's the link to the news article as well as the complaint as well. U.S. court freezes BitConnect assets as lawsuit mounts. I have the news article as well as the complaint or the actual lawsuit or is it injunction, or I don't know what it is, but there's some court documents regarding to that. And then I have a video, James Bond Bitcoin Live 0017, where I interview 3 BitConnect users. And yeah, they pretty much described a Ponzi in that interview. Not only that, but I also told them that they're involved in a Ponzi. So, and on top of that, Ozzy the BS filter, or maybe a short word is Ozzy the bullshitter, made a special appearance when he was bald. Now he has a rat on his head, or a raccoon, I'm not sure. But he looks like Vinny. Joe Pesci. He looks like Joe Pesci from My Cousin Vinny. I hope you all saw that Tone Vase video where Ozzy was in there in that video or in that live stream. Totally, he does. He looks like My Cousin Vinny. You know, Ozzy really is fascinated about being a wannabe gangster. He wants to be that other guy who's dead right now, and then he looks like Joe Pesci, who was basically in My Cousin Vinny. He has the fascination of being a wannabe mobster for some reason. Let me see here. What else is okay? Finally, in the notes section. Finally, in the notes section is the video theme for this video, which I think you'll like. Check it out. Confused Animals, funny pet video compilation. I think you'll like that. I think that's a lot of Bitcoiners and cryptocurrency traders, pretty much everybody in the cryptocurrency world or in the crypto land, they're kind of confused. Everyone's confused. They don't know what to do. They're like the confused cat or dog or mouse or whatever. I think there was a rat in that compilation where they had a string of cheese. They had some string cheese or rolled up cheese around its neck or on its back, and it's sniffing around for cheese all over the place. That's what some of you people look like are probably feeling. I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there who definitely are acting this way, confused, absolutely confused. And of course, hashtag yes2x139. I'm still waiting for SegWit 2x. I was promised in a New York agreement by Barry Silbert for SegWit 2x. Where is it, damn it? And I've been waiting for all those joke forks of SegWit 2x to happen. I'm still waiting. I still got my HODL Bitcoins waiting for you to hard fork. Anyways, here's the meme right now. Hashtag yes2x139. Confused? Are you confused? I know I am, because I thought for sure Lightning, SegWit, all these things happening and many people adopting, the whole world adopting the Bitcoin. I thought we'd be, you know, John McAfee said it would go to 500,000 or he would eat his penis. What happened? What happened? I don't know. I am confused. Are you confused yet? All right, next is pot of gold. I have the Bitcoin pot of gold. There's a link to that meme, as well as the donational address to the Bitcoin pot of gold. It's a SegWit address. Let's pump those SegWit transactions up, please, and donate to the SegWit address so I can give away the 13th clue to the 13th word. I need at least $130 in there. Hopefully the price has gone up or the price has gone down. I'm not sure. But if there's $113 in there or $130 and someone donates and there's at least $130, I'll give away the 13th clue to the 13th word of the 24-word mnemonic seed. And please donate so all of you can give and one person walks away with it all. All right. So let's check everybody. Let's check everybody in the live chat here. If I can ever get that going here. All right, let's check everybody in the live chat here. Brian, you are first. You're the only one here? Well, let's refresh that. Let's push the magic refresh button here. Sorry for the white screen. Oh, looks like everybody's here. Look at that. My goodness. Brian is first, of course. First. Pisces Trait 373. 194. 1,944 equals 9K. The next due sequence 3 days or less. Well, thank you for sharing that. And I guess you're second or third. Richie Rich, strong hand, I'm assuming. Let's see what that really says. Muscle, hand, splayed. That's what that means. It doesn't mean strong hand. It means muscles, hand, splayed. Good evening, holders. Good to see you, Richie Rich. It's been a while. The only thing you're confused about is my 9K. Neo Geo, thumbs up. I hope that's a thumbs up. Yep, thumbs up. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. Hello, all. Let's see here. Oh, what's up? What's up? It's me, Boss Lady. How you been? It's been a while, and you got quite a grin on your face. Good to see you. And Leisure Picker, good to see you as well. That chick will give you a Bitcoin stiffy. I don't know who you're talking about. If you're talking about, oh, I know you're not talking about It's Me, Boss Lady. You're talking about this. You're talking about this, right? Well, if you really look at the Bitcoin right here, where the Bitcoin symbol is, it might give you a stiffy. You know, it might give you a stiffy. I have to admit that. It might give you a stiffy. And then Q-Bro, good to see you. Boogie down. Yes. And Ozzy, you know, have you seen Ozzy? Have you seen Ozzy on that live stream with Tone Vase? He does look like Joe Pesci. You know, Ozzy has a fascination of want to be a New York gangster. He talks about what's that other guy who played, I don't know, that HBO series. I don't know who he is, but he's dead now. But now he's trying to look like Joe Pesci from My Cousin Vinny. He has a weird fascination with that. Q-Bro, you say Richard Hart? What does Richard Hart have to do with this? Oh, you mean the Richard Hart? I haven't seen that video where he's down on Bitcoin, but you know, I don't blame him. You know, Bitcoin came from 20,000 all-time high around 20,000 to I think it's 8,000 right now. That's quite a bit of drop. That is quite a drop. Hey, Crypto Cotter, how you doing? Let's have a look. Smiling Imp. Good to see that. And then what is this? Does it even show it? It doesn't even show it, but I'm sure that's a smiling poop. Thank you for the poop. And now that I caught up with the live chat, thanks for being here. All right, confused. Are we all confused? I'm confused. I thought for sure we're supposed to be at $500,000 per one Bitcoin, just like John McAfee said. I thought for sure we'd be at over 21,000 for sure. I mean, that was my target price, although we came pretty close, 20,000. Are you confused with all the price going up and down? It's supposed to be 10,000. Now it's 6,000. Now it's 8,000, now it's 7,000. What is going on? I'm confused. All right. So, anyways, let's go to the news. Let's find out what the news has to say. Let's go to CryptoPanic this time. I'll start that first. Perry D, welcome. James Gandolfini, that's right. That was his name, James Gandolfini. Yeah, Ozzy the BS Filter really wants to be like James Gandolfini, which was an actor and in no way a true mob boss in real life. But anyways, yeah, Ozzy wants to be like the character James Gandolfini in that HBO series. I don't even know what it was called. But now he's looking like Joe Pesci in my cousin Vinny. Like, what is next? What is next? Maybe he should like go to New York instead of California and try to become a mobster in New York. Maybe that's what he should do instead of trying to be a used car salesman in wherever he's from, Valencia or wherever he's, Inland Empire area. He's not really in the coastal area. He's like in the inland area where it's cheap to live, like where all the people who can't afford to be in LA or San Diego or San Francisco or in the coastal area, they all go to the Inland Empire. Anyways, let's go look at the news here. Let's have a look. What is going on here? Let me see. What? Okay, here. Let's get with some numbers here. Boys and girls, hold on to your seats. SBI virtual currency will participate in the XRapid ecosystem and will be responsible for, I don't even know what that is, but it's about Ripple. And some reason has 11 bullish. It doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, darn it. Why does it do that? No, I don't want to see that. All right. All right. Let's do this again. All right. So loopx.io just exit scammed. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that's about. But apparently loop.io just exit scammed. This is coming from our cryptocurrency. Go check it out if you haven't heard anything about that. NEO holders will receive an airdrop of ONT. Okay, now NEO is doing airdrops. I told you this is a waste of time, people. But if you want to buy NEO, or if you have NEO, enjoy your airdrop. I wouldn't touch NEO, and I wouldn't get near NEO. Remember, NEO used to be called AntShares. I'm pretty sure NEO will eventually be considered a security, and at some point in time, and I think it's only a matter of time before NEO gets delisted on most of these exchanges. Just my opinion. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Iceland may implement Bitcoin mining tax due to energy consumption. Mining Bitcoin can be a lucrative venture under the right circumstances. With access to sufficient hardware, the mining process becomes a lot easier. Additionally, operators need cheap electricity to keep operational costs low. In Iceland, it seems the demand for electricity is on the rise thanks to Bitcoin mining. In fact, the electricity consumption for, well, if you want to read the rest, you're going to have to click on this link on CryptoPanic. That seems like a bad news kind of thing, doesn't it? Here's another one from the NEO blockchain people. Announcement: NEO will airdrop ONT to the community. This is from their Twitter, I guess. Well, if you have NEO, congratulations. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't come close to it. I might spit on it. I might spit on Neo, but I wouldn't even touch Neo with a million-foot pole stick. My goodness, here's something that's coming from the subreddit from EOS. The incentive model around EOS is groundbreaking and highly underrated. So groundbreaking and underrated to the point that it's kind of been dropping quite a bit in price. So it must be highly underrated and highly groundbreaking. It's definitely breaking ground. It's breaking ground going down, as well as its price. Let's have a look here. I thought this was an interesting story here. I'll click on it. In fraud kingpin arrested. More than 100,000 Bitcoin seized by the Thai police. Wow. This is coming from the Bitcoinist.com. This is interesting. I think we're going to get another what do they call them? Seized auction sale. Whenever you get people getting their Bitcoin seized in some kind of illicit activity, typically it follows an auction, and that typically follows after that, or during or before that time. Usually follows a price depreciation for some reason. Don't ask me why. What I have noticed, okay, was the U.S. Marshals also recently completed their auction from their seized Bitcoins. And this is what I've noticed. I've noticed this. Prices start falling, and just before the auction, they go up, and then after the auction, they go back down. And if there's 100,000 Bitcoins all of a sudden available to be dumped into the market, I have a feeling that the price is going to go down, and then shortly before the auction, the price goes up, and then after the auction, the price goes back down again. That's just what I've noticed. You know, you can do your own research if you want. Let's see what's next. Ripple's long-term vision, links in comments. I don't know what Ripple's long-term vision is. I'm assuming it's to get all of you to buy Ripple as they eventually exit scam. I think that's their long-term vision. What is this? I'm all in, just converted the rest of my Bitcoin to IOTA. Time to clench my asshole and hodl. Wow. This is like the biggest mistake. It has 25 bearish, 5 toxic. I mean, 5 toxic. It's rare to see 1 toxic, but 5, that's quite a bit. 3 bullish, 1 important, 31 dislikes, 23 lots of laughs, and 5 likes. I think in this case, everyone should probably start dumping their IOTA or avoid IOTA like the plague. All right, that's enough of that. Let's go to Coinspectator.com. All right, while that's loading up, let's see what you're all saying in the live chat here. Let me see. His little yellow bean is very frustrated. I don't know what that means, Q-Bro, but thank you for sharing that. Let's convince Ozzy. Let's convince Ozzy to tidy up tough guy. All right. It's me, Boss Lee, says that Neo gas, though. Lots of laugh. Hashtag too strong. Muscle. Well, you know, I assume you're talking about the farts that come from Neo, the Neo gas that apparently no one can use right now. And if you did try to use it, it's so expensive to use. Probably another reason why nothing's really happened on the Neo platform, as far as I know. I far as I know, I don't know anybody who's been able to cash out of Neo other than trading it for probably another coin, probably Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin, in order to essentially cash out through some sort of an exchange. Other than that, Neo is something that I don't think you can even cash out anywhere, not even on those foreign illegal exchanges, or even those Chinese exchange, whatever anonymous exchange. You literally have to dump your Neo in order to make use of it, other than just perpetuating another what I would call a Ponzi or scam or multi-level marketing thing, or another ICO on the platform, or whatever it's doing. Pisces Trait 373 blockchain. The city of Berkeley, California, considering doing an ICO for their own cryptocurrency. Yes, I've heard about that. It was also in the news feed a couple of days ago. Yeah, you know that the market is saturated when the city of Berkeley, or is it? Or I didn't know it was the city of Berkeley. I thought it was the University of Berkeley. Either or, same difference. When either the college or the city is considering to do an ICO, that's when you know we've hit the limits here, and it's time to get out, or start using your coins and just enjoy the movie, or enjoy the popcorn and just watch all the silliness happen. CryptoCar says IOTA is a mess. It is a mess. I don't know why anybody would hype IOTA, but I don't even know what it is. All I know is that it stands for Internet of Things, but it has nothing to do with the Internet of Things. I don't even know if Internet of Things even has to do with the internet at all. So this IOTA thing, a complete joke. All right, here we're back to CryptoPanic. Let's see what interesting news, what social engineering can we derive from this machine here, which we call news. Houston mother behind latest Bitcoin boom. Okay, I gotta click on this. I have to check this out. Houston mother behind the latest Bitcoin boom. I gotta read this. This has got to be. And why is there always a picture of some coin with the B symbol on it? We all know that doesn't exist. Skeptics of Bitcoin buzz are concerned about its recent roller coaster value, but Blanchard wants to bring more security by tying it to solid gold. Oh, like that hasn't been done. So Blanchard wants to bring more security by tying it to solid gold. Okay. They also didn't know that Blanchard's will store their gold for the token in a high security nuclear bunker right off of Highway 105 called the Westland Bunker. Well, I wonder how secure that is now that we know where it is. This is absolutely hilarious. Anyways, if you want to read the rest of the story, well, let me scroll down. Well, I'm not going to even bother reading it. I mean, so basically, this is not the first time that has been done, where people have tried to tie your Bitcoin to a gold, or back your assets with gold using Bitcoin. I think Anthem Gold does that, and I think that's a joke. You know, the whole purpose of having Bitcoin is to get rid of your gold and get rid of your cash, and have something that is purely digital, that's very unique, and unique as in 21 million, but also owning your private keys, so it can never be taken from you per se, physically. So defeats the whole purpose of Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency. Okay, well, I hope it works and we can all go to $500,000 per Bitcoin. Let's have a look here. What else? You know, CryptoPanic has kind of been a little slow, I've noticed. No good juicy stories to read. No good gossip. I haven't read anything that has caught my attention to the point where I could actually talk about it. Well, seems a little boring. You know, there's really not that much news. Here's the same Thailand story here. Let's click on that. I like to see what pictures they come up with. Okay, Thailand seizes 100,000 Bitcoins in arrest of in-fraud kingpin Sergey Medvedev. I don't know, Sergey Medvedev. Isn't that guy who did MMM? Is that the same guy or is that a different guy? Let me see here. Authorities in Thailand have reportedly seized 100,000 Bitcoins following the arrest of cybercrime kingpin Sergey Medvedev. Sounds Russian for some reason. The coins were seized by law enforcement agencies in the wake of a February 2nd arrest of Medvedev, which was earlier this month, the co-founder of an online criminal network called Infraud. Is that like LinkedIn? Is this a social media website, Infraud, where all the fraudsters, they go there and they log in, they make a little, you know, they put their profile picture and talk about all the stuff, all the fraud that they committed, and they kind of just network with each other? I'm not sure. Okay. Anyways, let's end it on that. Let's see what you're all saying here now. Richie Rich says, I just saw Ozzy's hair. Lots of laughs. I have to say it's pretty impressive. It looks, if you never met Ozzy, the bullshitter, and you saw him, you would swear that's a different guy. Like, you wouldn't know, right? Well, I haven't seen it up close. I'm sure it's, you know, I really doubt it's a hair transplant. I think what it is because there's way too much hair in a short amount of time. I don't believe it's a hair transplant, but what I do believe that it is, it's fake. It's a toupee. And, you know, they make really good toupees, which is, what they do is they mold your head, which shouldn't be hard for Ozzy since he's bald and he shaves. They take a mold of your head, and then what they do is then they basically make hair, right? It's real hair donated from somebody else, but they create a toupee based on the mold of his head. And so when they put it on him, it is tight. You can actually go swimming in that toupee. That's how good those toupees are. Unfortunately, you have to kind of go every month, and they cost about $800,000. No, I'm just kidding. They cost probably around $1,000 to $800, maybe $500. So maybe you don't go every month. It's like every 3 months you have to go back in and get a new one. You may even want a different style or whatever. But I think that's what he got. He basically got a raccoon for a hat. You know, was what he did. Crypto Cotter. When cities, states, universities want to have their own coin, can we stop giving them tax dollars at that point then? Well, if you're in that city and state, I guess so, if you want to. The only hard part is you can never really work, you know, like get a W-10 or W-2, because they would just automatically take that from you anyway. Second thing is you just basically never file taxes. But you'll always pay taxes because they have sales tax, property tax, gas tax. There's always some tax that you pay. Can't avoid that. Richie Rich says his previous month of videos, he's wearing different hats. Coincidence? Lots of well, if he really did get a hair transplant, that is hilarious. And you have to ask yourself, where did they get the hair to have him have those Jerry curls? Did they get him from his nutsack, from his butt, his shoulder, his butthole? Where do they get it? Ozzy has a hair system. I guess so. Maybe he got him from his chin and put it on his head. That's funny. I thought he was wearing a hat or a cap or whatever he was wearing because it was cold, but I guess not. The main point of Neo Alt is to get more Bitcoin. Well, what I don't understand, it's me, boss lady, if the whole point of Neo or any alt is to get more Bitcoin, then why do people buy Bitcoin to get the alts just to go back into Bitcoin? Because most of them are losers and they usually end up with less Bitcoin, to begin with when they come out. So it's just easier if they just bought the Bitcoin. Why go through a couple steps? Digix DAO already tied to gold, supposedly. I would stay away from Digix DAO now. Oracle Man, welcome to the live chat. I bought LTC back at 350, was since in a severe auto accident and just now getting back to business. Where is Litecoin going? Well, if you're asking me, I don't really invest in Litecoin. I don't trade Litecoin. But if Litecoin trend is continuing compared to Bitcoin percentage, it probably will go down in compared to Bitcoin. That's just my opinion. As far as the price will probably eventually go back up, just like everything else. You know, if you hold on to something long enough, inflation will take hold and it will be valuable in the future at some point in time. Let me see. Pisces Trade says, in other news, did a millionaire fatally shoot himself on a 500 square feet in the rainforest, or his wife? I don't know. Is there any good news about that? Let me know. CryptoPanic says, Litecoin is going to 50,000 K in 36 months. I just saw a YouTube video that said it. So it must be true. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Well, if you were here for my prediction about Bitcoin, one Bitcoin is going to be worth $40.5 million in 10 years. You heard it here, all right? I said it. Plex ASM, welcome to the live chat here. Tone said that anyone that couldn't tell if BitConnect was a scam is either completely unintelligent or is a scammer. Must be awkward with Ozzy. I know. Did you also know how short that live stream was? I think his live stream, Tone's live streams, they're usually about an hour, but in that particular day, it was like only half an hour. And not only that, but like Ozzy was all touching Tone and, you know, giving him like fist bumps on the shoulder and all that. And I don't know about you, but I kind of felt like Tone was like uncomfortable with that, you know, with him being touched. I wonder if Ozzy had to pay Tone to be there with them. I bet you Ozzy had to pay. Probably Litecoin. That's all he has. maybe some Bitcoin. Will Campbell, welcome to the live chat. James knows too much about toupees. You know, I know a little bit about everything. You know, I have that much time on my hands, and when I want to research something, or sometimes I watch a lot of videos, do a lot of research, put 1 + 1, get 2, add A, B, and get C. you know, I just kind of, after a while, things kind of click, and I say, oh, you know, if that and that and that, this all makes sense now. This is what's going on. This is what's really going on. You know, I just have time to think about this stuff. But maybe not. You know, maybe there's some new technology out there that magically transports your nutsack hairs or your butthole hairs to your head and makes it look like Jerry curls, and we can all look like My Cousin Vinny. We all look like Joe Pesci on My Cousin Vinny. It's me, Bosley says, Anthem Hayek Blanchard family is one of the greatest contributors to Austrian School of Economics. Nothing to sneeze at. Lots of laugh. Is that the same Anthem? Isn't that Anthem Gold? Is that are those the same people? Well, if they are great contributors of the Australian School of Economics, I kind of find it strange that they would tie Bitcoin to gold if they are great contributors or they're great believers of the Austrian School of Economics. I find that highly, highly ironic, and in a lot of ways very idiotic for them to try to tie Bitcoin to gold. Hair from cadavers. Well, you know what? Hair can grow after you're dead. That is true. Hair can grow. So I wonder how much money he had to pay to get hair from cadavers, because you're right, hair can grow if you quickly transport after someone who's deceased. If you quickly pluck out a few hairs and transplant them to, you know, someone who's alive, they may continue to grow, maybe. Although I would think there would be some rejection involved, but who knows? Who knows? CryptoCodex says, regarding the city coins, that was rhetorical. Only thing certain in life is death and taxes. Yeah, unfortunately. Every time you buy something around here, you get taxed, unless you buy it off the internet. If you buy it off the internet and out of state, you won't get taxed. It's me, Boss Lady. You are right, James. Best thing is to just keep it simple and buy and hold Bitcoin. But some people like the risk. Some are greedy. Some are just dumb. I think all three, maybe. Risk, greed, and dumb. Although I have to admit, they do come out with more money. But if they had Bitcoin, they would have came out with even more money. But that escapes their head as long as they made more money. So I kind of think that the people who trade in altcoins really aren't into Bitcoin. They're really into money. It's just that these cryptocurrencies are unregulated, and there's a lot of pump and dumps going on. There's a lot of promotions, so people are getting paid in these coins, a lot of these coins, and then they're promoting these coins to shoot up the price, and then they're eventually dumping it on people. So basically pump and dump, exit scamming, Ponzi's, multi-level marketings, and so stuff that you can't do in a regulated market, and that's why they're in here. That's all. B-Slice, how you doing? Welcome to the live chat. Not sure about that. I have a live stream going on with Bitcoin and Litecoin charts for everyone to use. Well, that's good to know. I'm happy. I'm happy you're doing a live stream on the charts. The Litecoin charts that I've been looking at show a progressive decline since 2013 when you compare it to Bitcoin. And so I don't know what chart you're looking at, B-Slice. Leisure Picker says, trades were much better when Bitcoin was running up for many months. Now I don't know. Now, yeah, this is where the fools get separated from their money, is in the bear market. In the bear market, you quickly realize who are the real traders who make money and who are the wannabe noobs that thought they were very good traders, who they made money, but now they're not making money. Matter of fact, they're losing money, and they can't get out for some reason because their exchange got hacked, or their exchange went offline and then the price crashed, or they can't exit out of their position. They can't even exit out of their Bitcoin position into cash. So they're all stuck. They're all stuck. Let me see here. Will Campbell says, nutsack hair ICO. It's all the rage. You know, maybe someone approached Ozzy and said, hey, we actually have a product. we actually have a working product. We take your nutsack or butthole hair and put it on your head. We want to do an ICO, and we want you to be our main promoter for this ICO. It's called Nutsack Hair ICO. You're right, Will Campbell. I bet you that's what's going on. It's me, Boss Lady. Anthem Gold. Yes. Yes, I thought that's, you know, I thought that sounded familiar. It is Anthem Gold. I know they're in Texas. They're actually around in Austin, I believe. And now that we know the location of their gold, I wonder how safe that gold is, or even if that gold is really even there. Apparently it's underground. I think they talk too much about where their gold is, in my opinion. So just that alone, I would never give them my Bitcoin. Leisure Picker says, rip my eating my dinner while listening to this. Talk about asshole hair and everything. I'm sorry, Leisure Picker. I'm sorry about that. How about this? The land of milk and honey. What more do I have to say? You know, when I think of the land of milk and honey, for some reason, I think of a nude woman laying on the dinner table for some reason. That's just me. But whenever I think of that land of milk and honey, I think of a nude woman laying on the dinner table for me for some reason. Let's see. It's me, Boss Lee. James, about Anthem. I know, right? Lots of laugh. That's what I thought at first, but that's what I thought at first too, but I did a little due diligence and learned some interesting things. Might want to check it out. All right, I might want to check it out. Although I did see, I don't know if it was the guy. I think the guy who looked like Ronald. He had the Jerry. That guy also has Jerry curls. From Anthem Gold. I don't know what his name is, but I remember he did a live stream with Tone Vase, and he looked like Ronald McDonald, and he wears a ring on his middle finger for some reason. I think he wears a ring on both middle fingers. So I don't know what that means, but anybody who wears a ring in their middle finger and looks like Ronald McDonald, I would not trust. Bitcoin B, how you doing? What's up? B-Slice says, I agree. Bitcoin is much better than gold. Also, NPR said McDonald's oil was successful in growing hair on mice. Wow. Maybe that's the secret recipe. McDonald's oil. Put some of that on. They put some of that on Ozzy's head, and next thing they know, hair growing. Thank you for the shout out. Asshole or nutsack hair on your head is cultural appropriation. Q-Bro, am I a dirty bird? When I think of milk and honey, I can't help it. I can't help it. That's what just comes to my mind when I think of milk and honey. Anyways, we caught up to the live chat. Let's go back here. Is there anything to go back? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna do. Wait. I forgot to do pot of gold. Okay, the Bitcoin pot of. Speaking of gold, this is the Bitcoin pot of gold. The QR code on the left here is the QR code donational address. Scan it with your Bitcoin wallet and send all, and press the highest fee and yes, and donate to the Bitcoin pot of gold so I can give away the 13th clue to the 13th word of the 24-word mnemonic seed. That's one way to win this Bitcoin pot of gold. Or you can scan this QR code. It's the encrypted private key to the Bitcoin pot of gold, if you're good with passwords. You can go ahead and scan that with your Bitcoin wallet. Keep in mind, it is a SegWit wallet. Hopefully, there will be a lot of wallets that are now SegWit compatible. Maybe even your Coinbase wallet. Or Coinbase doesn't have a wallet anymore. Sorry about that. Well, apparently, there might be more wallets that are now SegWit compatible. Now you can scan that, and it'll ask you for a password. If you can figure out the password, you get all those Bitcoins. And then the QR code right here in the middle is a link to Yellow Fever for you. And that will take you to his channel. He's the one that gave me this idea, so thank you, Yellow Fever for you. All right. Is that it? That might be it. All right, so let's go to the bond trading view. All right, while that's loading, let's see what you're all saying here. I guess I'm going to have to refresh that one as well. All right, this is the bond trading view. Bond trading view. This view created by James Bond Bitcoin Live. The link is in the notes section. Check it out. List of top 55 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high, flagged for shorts. And what I'm going to do is, usually I have them flagged for shorts here, but I'm so lazy, I've just decided to show you how I come up with the short list. Just go over here to percentage from all-time high, percentage down from all-time percentage down from all-time high, and I'll just click right here, and then it'll just give you the short list. All right. Oh goodness. Oh, looks like number one on our short list is Lisk. Lisk. So there you go. If you have Lisk, go ahead and dump it, sell it, exit out of it, short out of it, get you some more Bitcoin. Number two, Ethereum is always up on the top 5 for some reason. Ethereum is number 2. So if you have Ethereum, dump it, sell it, short it, get you some more Bitcoin. And Decred, number 3. Decred's number 3. Man, Ethereum, Decred, and Neo are always in the top 5. And Syscoin. What is going on? I call rigged. I call rigged. Decred. If you have Decred, sell it, short it, exit out of it, and get you more Bitcoin. Neo. Well, we talked about Neo. Dump it, sell it, short it, exit out of that coin, and get you some more Bitcoin. And number 5, Syscoin. I don't know what it is or what it does, but whatever it is, dump it, sell it, short it, and exit out of it. Get you some more Bitcoin. All right, there we go. So that's the short list. All right, now let's go to Johoe Mempool statistics. We'll check out the fees here. While that's going on, let's see what's going on in the live chat. All right, let's see. It's me, Boss Lady says, Curly Sue, lots of laugh. His name is Anthem, and he is definitely a character. That's right. So he's Anthem, I guess. Yeah, I remember watching Tone Vase when he did that, I don't know, crypto interview where he would interview all these crypto scammers. He stopped doing that. I guess they stopped coming on. I was quite a troll back then. If you're wondering why you haven't seen me on the World Crypto Network, it's because I am banned from the troll box. My little chats don't show up. I guess the World Crypto Network can't handle my trolling. It's just too much for them. I've offended somebody over there too much, as at least one of the moderators. Let me see here. Pisces Trait says, I like Engine Wallet. I never heard of it, but if you like it, wonderful. People should check it out. All right. Wow, look at this. The mempool is getting empty and emptier and emptier. It's back around 4,000. It was kind of almost spiking, but seeing these weird spikes, that's normal activity actually. Let's see where we are. 4,226 transactions in the mempool, where it's 1 Satoshi per byte. Everything else is less than 500 transactions in the mempool. Anything above 1 Satoshi, two Satoshis and up is basically less than 500 transactions in the mempool. That should probably go into the next block in any minute by now. Couple more transactions and all the 1 Satoshi per byte transactions will be cleared. This is practically, mempool is practically empty. No one's using Bitcoin. No one's using Bitcoin, everyone. Wow, look at this. Pending transaction fee in Bitcoin. This is very, very low. Very low. Look at that. And although the mempool size in Bitcoin is still kind of up there, but I'm sure that will eventually go down as well. Coder says, you butthurt Vortex. He's then, are you trying to say he's sensitive? I didn't know his butthole was very sensitive. He should use some Astroglide next time, or some Vaseline. Not have it go on skin on skin next time. If it was Vortex, I'm not sure if it was. There we go. So let's see here. Let's do the quick chart analysis. Coin wisdom on the Bitstamp US dollar price. Just go over it real quickly. On the weekly, it's 8,477. I'm on the weekly. And if you look at the weekly, you could see that it is really struggling. It's hitting up against that long-term moving average. And that long-term moving average is really acting as a resistance at the price of $8,569.90. So we'll see. We'll see. If it breaks up, then the next target is around just at 10,000. So yeah, I don't know if that would be good, because if it does break up and then hits the shorter term average at 10,000, I have a very bad feeling, just a very bad feeling, that after it hits that, it's going to start plunging down to 6,000, 5,000, 2,500. I mean, 2,500, then back to 1,500, and eventually back down to around the 600. Let me see here, 680 to 700 price range. I mean, it's, oh man, it'll look really bad, but who knows? Maybe maybe we'll go back up to 50,000. I mean, I'm okay with that. Let's go to the 1 hour and work my way back. Take a look at it. Let's see if there's, well, I don't know what to say. It's just once it breaks above this high, which is $9,491.20. $9,491.20. That's when it'll probably start breaking up to at or above 10,000. Maybe. But I don't see it. It's hard to see it going higher than that price range. But if it does, I'm happy, because I have some Bitcoin. Don't have a problem with that. And let's take a look here. Boy, this long-term trend is really, on the 12-hour, is just looking brutal, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that crossover on the two averages, just going down and down. It looks like it's leveling off, and it might be. It might be. So pretty soon we may get our third lower high estimated around 12,600, 12,600, somewhere around there. Maybe, maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Man, it is just really riding this trend line right here. Look at that. So if you look at that, it's really riding that trend line. Look at that. If it does break, what should almost look like it's breaking, we could see a nice little bounce, and I'm okay with that. It's just that my anticipation is that it will make a third lower high, and then after it does a third lower high, it'll start trending back downwards in a very slow, long bleed, killing everyone's hopes and dreams, testing the faithful, testing the hodlers, just testing everybody. And it's just a question of how much can people bear the bear market. I don't know. I don't know. It does seem like it's the confirmation of the bear market is almost complete. Almost. It needs a lower high, and then after that lower high, continue to work its way down, probably below 6,000 or below whatever the current recent low, which is $5,920.70. Once it does that, let's just say we got a confirmed bear market at that point. Now after we get that confirmed bear market, how do you profit from it? How can you profit from it? What can you do to make money? That's what you should be thinking right now, right? How do you get involved? Now, if you're already hodling, great for you. Keep hodling, but have some cash ready to get some more Bitcoin at a lower price. All right, don't go all full retard at $20,000, and now you're freaking out. Doesn't help. All right, let's keep going here. Wow. Okay, so right now looks like the price is just. Let me remove the lines here. The price is just barely evening out. It's at a mean right now. I do suspect, this is on a daily, I do suspect that it'll hit 10,000 and then possibly take one more jab going down a little bit further than this low, and then I think it'll go back up and try to attempt a $12,000 price range after that point. And then people will say, hey, wow, it went from like below 6,000 to 12,000. That's $6,000. We're back on a bull market. Here we go again. And it's like, not really. We just made a lower high. It's obviously false hope, and people are going to be preaching the false hope. Just be careful, okay? Let's have a look on the 3-day. Well, on the 3-day, the price has not even really traveled to the lower, the shorter term moving average. Hasn't even challenged it yet. It challenged it right here, failed, and let's see if it challenges again and actually goes up. I do think it might even go up here, 10,500 to the longer term moving average here, and then, like I said, the scenario would be that then it would crash down a little lower than this recent low, and then from there it would go back up and possibly hit 12,000, somewhere around there, 12,000, and that will be probably most likely its lower high, and then continue on with its downtrending market. But that's just my opinion, and if it does, I'm okay with it. I'm happy with it because it's a chance and opportunity to get some more Bitcoin at a lower price. I'm hoping it goes down to 700. I'm not really hoping, but my ultimate target price, where there's a significant support, in my opinion, is at around $700. As we get closer and closer, I'll get a better idea. But that target price is probably a very strong support, in my opinion, that in that price range. And I believe a lot of people will buy it at that price, considering where it's been at 20,000. Some people may not even allow it to go down to $700. I think most likely there's really a good chance it may never really go to $700. I may miss it off a couple $100, maybe $300, maybe only go down to $1,000, and then that's it. That's as low as it goes, and then it'll start going up. But I do know this: when it's me, Boss Lady, asks, you want to know when Lambo, when Moon, when nobody cares about Bitcoin, when the bad news, the quote unquote no coiners no longer talk about Bitcoin in a negative way, when all the YouTubers stop talking about Bitcoin, or their enthusiasm for Bitcoin kind of wanes down a little bit to a more modest approach, more of a tone of trying to, instead of being overly exuberant about the price going up, they're overly cautious and being more down to earth about the price of Bitcoin. That's when you're going to start seeing Bitcoin go back up, right? And it's going to start off really slow, and then it's just slowly going to creep on you, and the next thing you know, $40.5 million in 10 years. That's what I say. That's what I say. Let's see here. Let's refresh here. Let's go over the live chat one more time before I finish up. So let's go one more for the week. And that's where we are at the week here. It looks like it could go around 10,000. And then this is probably going to be a resistance, this shorter term frame here along the longer term frame. You can see the longer term frame, it's starting to turn over. This has already started going down, but who knows? Maybe they'll just touch and then they'll take off. They'll take off because that's kind of been the pattern. Although if you look at the RSI, you'll see this one is lower than any of these. It hasn't. This RSI hasn't been that low since right here, and that was probably when the bull market really started. So it's concerning. But looking at the weekly, it's below the 2 moving averages, and when I see that, that's usually an indication of selling pressure. Now it looks like it might have been oversold and it might bounce back, dead cat bounce, but I think the trend now will probably most likely start turning the other way. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. But unless something actually changes that I can see otherwise, other than that, it is a bear market pretty much. But if it does change, I'll definitely change my opinion. If it becomes a bull market, I'll definitely change my opinion on it. All right, let's have a look here. Will Campbell says, I was hanging out with Crypto Daily today in Venice Beach. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Crypto Cutter says, use the SMMA on a 200-day instead of the SMA or the MA. That's a good point. I don't have that option. I just use Bitcoin Wisdom, and I use the EMA, I believe, or ETA. Let me see, what do I use? I use the EMA, as you see. That's what I use. So whatever that is. Let me see here. It's me, Boss Lay says, James, I just want to know when Lambo, when Moon. Well, I already answered that question. So B Slice says 10K basically, buy the dip and flash crashes. Yeah, but I don't trade on exchanges. I trade peer to peer, and it's just hard to time it. You know, when the price goes down so low, people don't want to buy it. They come up with like excuses that they're not available. But when the prices are high, everybody and their mother wants to sell me their Bitcoin. Go figure. Brian McLaughlin says, "Howdy, everybody. I'm late after being here early. Did I miss much?" No, you didn't. You didn't miss that much. Just most of the show. That's all. What's really good, James? I don't know. I don't know. I've been too busy. I've been too busy on my on my electric bike. I actually rode the bike today, and it was cold today. I got a video coming up on that, and so I'm coming up with these different ways of riding my bike. I have the folding bike. I'm going to take my folding bike with me in the morning when I drop off my young one to pre-K, and then head to the fitness center, which is not far from her pre-K. And then from there, I'm going to basically go on the treadmill, then go directly to lifting weights, and then ride my bike around, get some cardio exercise, maybe go to the sports center and go on the trail, riding the bike. I think there might be even a bike path that I didn't even know about that I'll explore, or I might even go to the golf course and just go putting around. Maybe I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I mean, there's a lot of things, a lot of things to do here, and biking around kind of gives me that transportation and exercise at the same time. And it's a foldable bike, so I can just fold it back into the car. It fits in the car, and then I can just go pick up my youngest from pre-K and then head back home. And you know, I thought about getting a child seat and biking my young one to school, but you know, it's kind of cold, and I could already tell would be unpleasant for my youngest. And so it's just easier to put the bike in the car, drive, and take everyone to their school, and then from there ride around for like 4 or 5 hours or half the day, and then go pick up my young one and head home. Get a full day's of exercise. Qbro says, what happened to your trend line? The trend line that was going up? Well, if you're talking about the trend line that was going up, the price broke that trend line and is now gone, dead. All that euphoria. Well, you know, I don't know. My target price was 21,000, and we got to 19, almost 20,000. So I think that's pretty close. Typically, you know, tops never reach their target price. If the expected price is 20,000 or 21,000, it'll go up to 1999, and then never go back above that point again. The market will start turning from that point. So that's fine by me. The fact that it came close, and you have to be able to recognize when the market's going to turn. That's really important. If you can't recognize that, that's when you get trapped. That's when you get screwed over. And when you get married to your Bitcoin trades, that's when you get screwed over. I do trade, and I trade for those coins for a reason. The other coins that I have are HODL coins, and they're not for trade. They're for me. All right? Because one day, sometime in the future, whenever you need to use those Bitcoins that are in your HODL wallet, will be the best day of your life. Let me see here. B Slice, could you B-Slice says, could you check out my supports on a resistance on my chart on stream, please? Yeah, sure. We'll check it out. We'll check it out, or I'll check it out. And other people, go ahead and check out B-Slice if you want some other perspective. I don't mind. There's lots of people, lots of perspective. Patrick, what's up? Good to see you. You're on at the same time as Tone Vase. Rawr. No, actually, I think Tone Vase is on the same time as me, because I actually did my show a little early. And not only did I did my show a little early, I did that because tomorrow I plan on waking up early with energy, because I put my mini rad, my rad mini rad power bike, that the one that folds, it can fit into my vehicle, and I'm gonna take my youngest to pre-K, and then from there park at the fitness center, get on the treadmill for about 15 minutes, get warmed up, do some weightlifting, get even more warmed up, and then ride my bike around. I'm not sure where to go. The golf course, sports. I think I'm going to go to the sports center. I think I'll go to the sports complex. There is a trail that leads to the river, and there's also potential more trails, more bike trails at the sports complex that I can ride around, off like mountain bike trails, kind of trails. And then I should be able to come back in time, and maybe I'll cool down and, you know, I don't know, get on the stationary bike and cool down, whatever it is, or warm up, depending on the weather. Or I'll just lay down at the park. There's a park right next to the fitness center. I mean, I can just lay down there and just relax. And then after that, go pick up my youngest one and head back home. Like, fold the bike back up, put it in the back of my vehicle, pick up my youngest one from pre-K, and then head back home and, I don't know, have a whatever protein shake, and sleep the rest of the day, and maybe do another live show. I'm not sure. I don't. You know, I'm not doing too many live shows because at this time in the market, there's nothing to do. You just have to be patient. Patience is a virtue in these situations where you have market uncertainty. Market uncertainty. Close this out, because, you know, there's a lot of people confused. There are a lot of people confused. They're noobs, or they've forgotten the past. And remember, those who have forgotten the past or do not remember the past are doomed to repeat it and or live through it again. And you know, I've already lived through one. I don't want to live through another. This time, I am more knowledgeable, well experienced, more capable, have a better understanding, and so I think I'm gonna do great. Matter of fact, I am doing great. I'm taking it in stride. Everybody else is freaking out. I'm going around riding my bike, watching all these other YouTubers freak out and basically try to stabilize the price of Bitcoin and pump Bitcoin to a point. And I'm just here eating popcorn, doing some live stream once in a while, making a lot of bike videos, and enjoying myself, having fun, having popcorn. See what else here. Right on, man. The life of a peer-to-peer trader. Oh, let's see. Crypto Cutter. Tone is just whining like a bitch about his Twitter haters. Not missing anything. He does kind of whine a lot, you know. He has like 1 billion people following him, 1 billion people watching him. Although even with that many people who are following Tone, his predictions aren't always so accurate. Matter of fact, here's the problem with being too popular. When you're too popular, people will bet against you. That's the problem with being too popular, having that many followers. The best strategy is a strategy that you don't share with anybody. That's honest. And even to some degree, my strategies don't always work because they're common sense, really. And there's not a lot of people who follow me. I doubt anybody actually even listens. I really doubt any of you actually even trade based on my chart analysis. But if you did, you would have saved a lot of money. You would have been still in the money. You would have sold back in January when I told you that people are just coming to me, like people who haven't sold me any Bitcoin in about a year, all of a sudden want to sell me all their Bitcoin. That was a signal to me that the market's going to be dumping. And ironically, they're still looking to sell to me. So I know the market will continue to dump because everyone's looking for an exit. Everyone's looking for, everyone's trying to cash out out of their position. So that's why I know the price will eventually go down to the point where it becomes attractive for people like me to buy back in, because I still have my Bitcoin. Let's see here. What else? Patrick says, I don't know why Tone lets his haters bother him. Well, yeah, I guess so. I don't know why either. I told him just ignore it. Well, good for you. I'm glad you told him. Watch out, James. You may become popular. You are up to 14 live viewers, a record from my time listening to you. Sometimes I get 20. One time I think I might have almost gotten 30. You know, I really have skepticism about the crypto space and YouTube and the YouTubers who are talking about crypto. I believe crypto is really not a hot subject at all. I don't think crypto is that hot because when I talk to, like, people I don't like have a Bitcoin tattoo on my face or anything. I definitely don't go to Bitcoin conferences, and I don't like go out there and like preach Bitcoin in the corner of the street. But I do talk to Bitcoin. I mean, I do talk to people to see if they know anything about Bitcoin. And I have to tell you, most people do not. Most people don't care. We care more about it because we're that small niche fringe group that are into Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, and that's about it. So, you know, when I see these YouTube channels people who talk about cryptocurrencies and they get like 40,000 views in, you know, one day, I have a tendency to believe that that's somehow not very true. That has, those views have been manipulated in some fashion. That's just my opinion, because this is such a tiny market and it's so convoluted. People convolute the use of cryptocurrencies to the point where they think it's more than it is, or it's too complicated. They think it's some kind of magic bean, and all they have to do is buy a magic bean, and then all of a sudden you'll get yourself some the goose that laid the golden egg, which it's not in the way people think, or it's overly complex to the point it turns people off. Well, thank you, CryptoCarter. Really appreciate it. Heroja Space Odyssey Network, welcome. You should have a bike tattoo on your face. Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I'll become a biker. I'll become a biker. I'm really enjoying that bike a lot. I have to admit. You know, it's really taken my mind off of Bitcoin. And here's the thing. In some ways, I'm glad I'm stepping away from Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space, because I'm learning a lot of new things. I'm researching bicycle. I've ridden bicycles since I was a kid. and I know how to ride a bicycle, but I never learned how to tune a bicycle, adjust the derailleur, disc brakes. I've never done any of that until now. And I'm also learning a lot of other things as well. And in some ways, I think in life everything has its reason. And me taking a break or not being so deep into Bitcoin has really been in some ways a blessing in disguise, because it's given me a chance to broaden my horizon and become more fulfilled in my life, to the point where basically I can do things, learn things, understand things that I couldn't understand or didn't have time to understand because my immersion into Bitcoin. And now that I come back to Bitcoin every now and then, and I look around, all I see is hollow shells of basically which I think are misguided people who are trying to grasp at straws or some kind of control over their lives. And that's what I'm seeing. I mean, when you get deep into a movement, or what you think is a movement, you become blind in a lot of ways. And when you take a step back, you take a break, and you move away from it and broaden your horizon, and you come back, and then you look at the space with refreshed eyes. You kind of look at this space and you go, wow, this place is very small. I thought it was big. It's very small. It's shallow. And to some degree, it's, I would almost have to say it's dying. And that there may be some truth to it, because if the price correlates with the activity in the space, what does that tell you? It's gone from 20,000 to what it is, 8,000 right now. That's a reduction. 60% of the market participants, or at least 60% of the money, has left this space. So that tells me that there's a lot of people who are basically broadening their horizon and doing something else with their money, and looking at this space and maybe seeing it the way I'm seeing it. They're not gone. They'll just come back. They'll come back when all the crap has left. When all the poop has been flushed down the toilet, that's when they'll come back. And that's the only time they'll come back. Anyways, Crypto Nutter, what do you say? Harbor Freight ought to pay you royalties for headlining all those shit tools. Maybe, but I benefited from them as well. I got a lot of cheap tools, right? And they all paid for themselves. I used almost every tool that I've ever bought to save me money, and I still have those tools. And I still use some of those tools to do some mods on my bike and fix my house and fix my car and fix all this stuff. So and I still have the tools. And you know what's funny is I can probably sell them. I can probably sell them for what I got them for. They're that cheap. People don't know about Harbor Freight tools. You only learn when your energy is disregard lyrics. Okay, well, thank you, Pisces. Right, so I'd like to thank everybody in the live chat for being here. Are you all confused? Well, you should be. You should be. If this is your first time around, maybe not, but if this is your first time around, you're confused, you're supposed to be confused, because you're not really supposed to understand what's going on, because if you did understand what's going on, you wouldn't be confused. But once you understand what's going on, you will no longer be confused, and you might not like what you understand. But hopefully you'll understand enough to play the game. And in order to play the game, you have to be confused. Did I confuse you? That's the point. I'm here to keep you confused so you don't know what's going on. Anyways, I'd like to thank everybody in the live chat. Let's Pisces Trade 373, Crypto Cotter, Heroja Shive Space Odyssey Network, as well as Patrick and Brian and B Slice, Q Burrow, It's Me Boss Lady, Will Campbell, Bitcoin B, Leisure Picker, Will Campbell, Plex ASM, Oracle Man, Richie Rich. Let's see who else is in here. Neo Geo. And that's about it. Thank you everybody for being in the live chat. Thank you for watching. Please like, dislike, leave a comment after the live stream, or even do a video response. Until next time, everyone, stay tuned. Bye.